What does a good financial advisor really do for you? Tony, how much value does a good financial advisor really bring to the table?
It's a great question, Mark, because I'm going to start off by an article that I recently read by TIA Kraft. We have a pie chart here that says basically 50% of people have received financial advice from an advisor. So 50% have talked to somebody and 50% haven't. Of those 50% that haven't talked to an advisor, they asked them an additional question. And what were the reasons behind not going and talking to somebody? The number one answer, 55%, it costs more than I can afford. Does it really? I mean, let's talk about the cost of an advisor.
It might cost too much to not have one.
Exactly. Mark, let's face it. People come into my office, and there's things they know, there's things that they don't know, but the most dangerous of all is things that they don't know that they don't know.
Yeah.
It really is, and this is one of them. It costs too much to work with an advisor. I don't have the money to work with an advisor. I feel that's wrong. I really do.
I think it's more costly to not have an advisor. We've talked about behavioral finance, right? And we've talked about the fact that someone in a professionally managed 60-40 strategy over the last 20 years has gotten an annualized return of 7.2%. But the average investor, because they're constantly committing behavioral finance errors, has generated a 2.1% annualized return. That, to me, means the cost of you not having a financial advisor is 5% a year, right?
Right.
Someone to protect you from yourself. So getting back to this Vanguard study, according to Vanguard, working with an advisor is worth 3% annually to you as an investor. Most of the added value isn't even coming in the form of performance, but rather from other categories. And the single biggest thing a good advisor can do for you is behavior management, which is worth at least 1.5% annually, if not 5% annually. But we'll be conservative, we'll call it 1.5%. The second biggest thing is spending strategy or withdrawal order. How much do I take out of my taxable accounts versus how much do I take out of my traditional IRAs versus my Roth IRAs to figure out the best blend for me to have income in retirement? That's worth up to 1.1% per year. We have a software that will let you know in every single given year how much should you spend from the taxable accounts, traditionals, and Roths so that you really maximize your situation. Asset location is worth 0.75% per year. That's just making sure you have the right investments in the right accounts. You don't want to hold your muni bonds, which pay tax-free interest, in a Roth IRA account. It's not going to be super duper tax-free, okay? I have had clients come and talk to me, and one of the questions they've posed is, Susie Orman told me that investing in muni bonds makes a lot of sense. Mark, should I buy some? And I say, but Joe, 100% of your money is in Roth IRAs. It's not going to benefit you at all. So it doesn't always make sense to listen to the talking heads that are out there that are giving cookie cutter advice. You really do have to look at your unique situation to make sure that you can come up with the best blend possible. Rebalancing is worth 0.35% per year, and that is one of the easiest things you can do. Just don't commit any behavioral finance errors. Set it up so that you're systematically rebalancing every single year on January 2nd or whenever that may be. And just make sure that you do it no matter what. Even if the market's on fire and you don't want to sell out of your stocks and move into bonds, you have to do it. By doing it once a year regularly, you're going to add almost 0.4% annually to your overall performance very easily. If the advisor can provide good performance on top of the things I've just mentioned or volatility minimization, that makes everything even better. Oh, and don't forget about the value in an advisor that's planning focused. They're going to help you to have peace of mind and prevent you from making any irreversible financial mistakes. That is going to help you to sleep better at night. How well are you managing your wealth? Are you taking advantage of all opportunities that are available to you? Just as it makes sense to have regular physical checkups to make sure you're maintaining optimal health, it also makes sense to do a regular checkup on your financial situation. Our Wealthalize tool will provide you with that diagnostic. Simply complete our online questionnaire in under 15 minutes. Our proprietary software will analyze your investment strategy, tax situation, asset protection, estate planning, charitable giving, and your professional relationships. You'll immediately receive a score ranging from 0 to 100, which assesses your situation. Additionally, you'll receive a SWOT analysis, which identifies your strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats that could impact your wealth management. Visit today, www.wealthalize.com.